guys, my name is Alex Hampton and today I'll be reviewing the animated movie Batman Hush. Now, before I get into my review of this movie, I will say that I will give you a spoiler warning because I am going to talk about some spoilers in this particular movie. And also, I want to point out as well that I'm going to be comparing the original comic book to the actual animated movie. So I am going to be spoiling it. I am going to be talking about some key things. So you guys have been warned. So if you haven't seen this movie, don't watch this review. But if you have seen this movie, I would love you guys to watch this video and tell you what I think about this particular movie. Now that we gotten out the way, let's go ahead and dive into this particular animated movie. Now, as an animated film, this movie is amazing. I mean, the action, the story, the bonds between Batman and Catwoman. I mean, what they do in this movie, to a degree, in my opinion, is one of the best Batman New 52 animated movies that I have seen. I mean, we see a lot of dynamics with Bruce, dealing with the fact that he's Batman and Bruce. We see him trusting his team a little bit more often. We get introduced to Batgirl in this particular universe. So there's a lot of key things that happen in this movie that I like. I also really enjoyed the narrative of Batman is somewhat being hunted by this figure named Hush, and he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who he could possibly be. He does know that he knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but he doesn't know how to go about it. You know, and you see the relationship between Batman and Catwoman, which is actually depicted very well from the comic book, where Batman and Catwoman do get together and they figure out who they are, and they do live I guess a good, compelling life within this story. And also she introduces him to the rest of the family, like Nightwing's in the movie. In the comic book, it was Huntress, Oracle, and some other characters that were not in this movie. I also like the dynamics between Batman and Superman, how Batman was going against Superman when he was being controlled by Poison Ivy. I thought that was actually depicted very well from the comic books. They did change a little bit elements, but that was depicted very well as well. Also, we saw a little bit of the relationship between Bruce Wayne and Thomas Elliot, how Bruce is going on dates with Selina Kyle, and Thomas Elliott's right there, which is Bruce's childhood friend, and we see that dynamic between the two. And I also love how they depict certain scenes from the comic books, like where Batman sees Joker standing over Thomas Elliott's dead body with a gun, thinking that Joker really did kill Thomas, but that wasn't the case at all. So we see Batman like basically beating him to a pulp, like hurting him, doing certain things. And this film depicts a lot of cool key elements from the comic book. And I have to say again, the fight scenes, the dialogue, and the plot were really good. If you are a Batman fan and you love the animated stuff they've been doing with the New 52 version of Batman, you should definitely watch this movie. Now, I've seen the movie twice. It's actually a really good film, so I encourage everyone that's a Batman fan or a comic book fan, please watch this movie. It's a great movie. Now, I'm going to compare it to a lot of the things they take away from the comic books versus what's in the actual movie. Now, in the comic books, we do see the key element scenes where Hush shoots down Batman, Batman falls and basically shatters his skull. That's in the comic book. We also see, instead of Huntress in the comic book saving Batman, we see Batwoman saving Batman. So, not Batwoman, I'm sorry, Batgirl saving Batman, Barbara Gordon Batgirl. And we also see, and from the comic books into the movies, we also see the relationship dynamic between Batman and Selina Kyle, how Batman reveals to Selina that he's Bruce Wayne. So we do see those dynamics from the comic book to the movie. We also see Batman beating down Joker. We also see how Clayface and the Riddler is involved with this Hush character. So we see a lot of those key elements from this particular movie adapted from the comic book. The issue that I have with this is that there are a lot of key elements from the comic book that we did not see in the movie that I felt was really important, i.e. the whole Thomas J. Elliot and Batman and Bruce Wayne relationship. Thomas J. Elliot is Hush. He is Hush, right? But in the comic book, we see the flashbacks of Thomas Elliot and Bruce. hanging out as kids. We don't see that in the film. We do see Clayface in the film, but Clayface portrays Hush, and he also portrays the late Jason Todd, which is Red Hood, where Batman doesn't know if Jason Todd is dead or alive. So when we see Clayface become this particular character, it literally boggles Batman, like, how are you alive? You know, so I wish that was portrayed in the movie, because that is a very important element. We also see Harvey Dent in the comic book, which we didn't see in the movie. So there's a lot of key elements in the comic book that I felt that should have been adapted, that would tell a great Batman story, whether it's animated, live action, or whatever. The comic book is a very key element in this particular movie. Now, I get it. Most movie studios are not going to adapt everything from the source material. I understand that. However, for the most part, this particular movie was a great adaptation, and they took a lot of key elements, but I felt like they retconned and merged a lot of things that didn't necessarily make sense. And what took me out of the movie is when we found out that the Riddler was Hush. Yes, in the comic books, we do find out that Riddler was responsible for getting Hush to go after Batman and telling Hush who Batman is, but he was never Hush. The person that was Hush was Thomas Elliot the whole time. So that's how that came to be, and I wish they could have adapted that a little bit more, but I did really enjoy the movie. I saw it twice, so it's a really good film. And if I had to rate this movie, it would have to be somewhere like an 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy the action, the plot, the fight scenes. The acting was actually really, really good in this movie. So I would recommend everyone to go see it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you get all the updates of what's going on here on Momentum Media. We're doing a lot of cool things here on this channel. And if you want to be a supporter of mine, go to all my various social media pages that I have for Momentum Media, and also go to my Patreon page and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Momentum Media. There's multiple tiers there, so you can by donating something to my channel, we produce really great content, and I'm going to be doing a lot of great interviews and a lot of great stuff coming out on this particular channel. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page to get more exclusive content coming from my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch my previous videos, go ahead and click on this video up here or this video down here, where you get to see more exclusive content coming from my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day.